Under the bright lights of Dodger Stadium, the Los Angeles Dodgers delivered a statement win, crushing the Colorado Rockies 9-0 to complete a commanding three-game sweep. This was a night where pitching dominance, explosive offense, and electric energy collided, leaving the 50,000-plus fans roaring into the night. With playoff implications on the line, the Dodgers played like a team determined to prove they belong at the top of the National League West. From the first pitch, you could feel something special in the air. Blake Snell took the mound for Los Angeles, and right from the start, he was in full control. His fastball was popping, his slider was biting, and the Rockies hitters had no answers. Snell opened the game by retiring the first 9 batters he faced, striking out 5 of them with complete authority. Every time Colorado thought they had a chance to settle in, Snell unleashed another perfectly placed pitch to shut the door. Then came the bottom of the second inning, and that's when the Dodgers' offense got rolling. Andy Pages stepped into the box and ripped a clutch RBI double down the left field line, scoring the game's first run and getting the Dodger Stadium crowd on its feet. Shortly after, Teoscar Hernández added a deep sacrifice fly to bring home another run, and Shohei Ohtani lined a sharp RBI single to right field to make it 3-0. Finally, Mookie Betts capped the inning with a scorching RBI double off the wall in left center, and just like that, Los Angeles had built a 4-0 lead. It was a statement inning, 4 runs, 4 different contributors, and an early cushion for Snell to work with. From there, Snell settled into full ace mode. He completely overpowered Colorado's hitters, mixing speeds and locations perfectly. By the end of the 4th inning, Snell had already tallied 7 strikeouts, and by the 6th, he was up to 11 punch-outs, tying his season high. The Rockies couldn't solve him, managing just 2 singles in 6 dominant innings. This was the Blake Snell the Dodgers traded for, calm, confident, and untouchable when it mattered most. The game reached its pivotal moment in the top of the 7th. The Rockies, desperate to rally, finally loaded the bases against reliever Michael Kopech. After a walk and 2 softly hit singles, the tension inside Dodger Stadium was palpable. That's when Vesia was called in from the bullpen, and he delivered in the biggest moment of the night. With 2 outs and the bags full, Vesia struck out back-to-back hitters, freezing the Rockies' comeback hopes and sending Dodger fans into a frenzy. It was a momentum-swinging sequence, one that kept the shutout intact and allowed the Dodgers to respond immediately in the bottom half. And respond they did. The bottom of the 8th inning will be remembered as the knockout blow. After a single and a walk, Mookie Betts stepped to the plate with the bases loaded. The crowd rose to his feet, roaring louder with every pitch. On a 3-0 count, Betts got the green light, and he absolutely destroyed a hanging fastball from Anthony Molina, launching it deep into the left field pavilion for a towering grand slam. Dodger Stadium erupted. Fans screamed, waved rally towels, and chanted Betts' name as he rounded the bases. This was Mookie's 30th home run of the season, and perhaps his biggest swing yet. That one swing gave him 5 RBIs on the night and blew the game wide open, making it 8-0 Dodgers. But the inning wasn't over. Just one batter later, Teoscar Hernández followed Betts with a crushing solo home run to straightaway center, his 3rd homer in just 2 games. The back-to-back power display sent the stadium into chaos, with fans on their feet celebrating a dominant 9-0 lead. From there, the bullpen took care of business. After Visia's heroic 7th inning, Ryan Brasier pitched a clean 8th, and the Dodgers handed the ball to closer Kirby Yates in the 9th. Even with the comfortable lead, Yates attacked the zone with purpose, striking out 2 and inducing a soft grounder to end the game and secure the shutout. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Blake Snell set the tone with 6 shutout innings and 11 strikeouts, his most dominant outing in a Dodgers uniform. Mookie Betts carried the offense with 4 hits, including the grand slam, and Teoscar Hernández continued his red-hot streak with his 3rd homer of the series. But this victory was also about the unsung heroes. Andy Pages started the early rally with his RBI double. Will Smith returned from injury to double and scored the first run of the game. And Alex Vesia came up huge in the 7th to extinguish Colorado's only real scoring threat. Defensively, the Dodgers were sharp all night. The infield turned 2 crisp double plays. Pages made a running catch in right field to take away extra bases, and Chris Taylor tracked down a deep drive to left center to save a run in the 5th. Every piece clicked: pitching, hitting, defense, and the night started off like a classic Bronx showcase. Yankee Stadium was buzzing, and fans didn't have to wait long to celebrate. In the 1st inning, Aaron Judge stepped up and did what he's done better than almost anyone in the game: launched a solo home run to dead center field. It was number 359 of his career, moving him past Joe DiMaggio and into 5th place all-time in Yankees history. A true milestone moment. By the 4th, Cody Bellinger added another solo shot, this one off Casey Mize, giving New York a comfortable 2-0 lead. The Yankees looked locked in and ready to cruise. Mize had given up 2 bombs, and it seemed like the Tigers were heading into deep waters early. But in the top of the 5th, the momentum shifted completely. Parker Meadows, the quiet spark plug of Detroit's lineup, crushed a 2-run homer off Will Warren to tie the game at 2. It wasn't just a home run, it was a tone setter, a message. The Tigers weren't folding. Then came the 7th, a frame that will be remembered in Tigers history. It started innocently. Singles, a walk, another single. And then the Yankees' bullpen imploded. Fernando Cruz didn't record a single out. 7 runs came in before he was pulled, bases loaded, crowd stunned. Mark Leiter Jr. came in, but it was more of the same. Bases loaded walks, wild pitches, CNI singles. It all added up to a nightmare inning for New York. 14 Tigers came to the plate. 9 scored. And the engine behind it, Parker Meadows again. He added another single to kickstart the rally. Kerry Carpenter then delivered the dagger, a 2-run triple that blew the game wide open. Trey Sweeney chipped in with a clutch RBI single. Even catcher Dylan Dingler quietly extended the rally with a bases-loaded walk. Colt Keith was hit by a pitch and reached base 3 times in total. Hustle, patience, execution. The Tigers did everything right. Defensively, they were locked in. Trey Sweeney alertly scored on a wild pitch. The Tigers' outfield tracked down everything, but it was Anthony Volpe's missed catch on a shallow pop-up that cracked the dam wide open for New York. That error set up another run and crushed any remaining energy in the stadium. As the Yankees' bats went cold, Chris Paddock took the mound and slammed the door shut. 3 perfect innings in relief, 5 strikeouts, no hits, no walks. His first career save and an absolute gem. The final score: Detroit 12, New York 2. Aaron Judge and Cody Bellinger had home runs, yes, but after the 4th inning, the Yankees were shut out, completely silenced. Parker Meadows finished with 4 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Kerry Carpenter had 2 RBIs and scored twice. Casey Mize, after a shaky start, pitched 6 strong innings, and Paddock cleaned up the rest. For the standings, the win kept Detroit 8 games up on Cleveland in the AL Central, improving to 84 and 57. The Yankees, meanwhile, dropped to 90 and 52. They still lead the AL East by 4.5 games over Baltimore, but questions about their bullpen just got a lot louder. A night that began with historic power from Judge ended in a shocking blowout. The Tigers didn't just beat the Yankees, they made a statement. In Yankee Stadium, no less. Would you like this broken into paragraphs for subtitle timing, or exported into a downloadable TXT or DOCX file for 11 Labs batch import? The Los Angeles Dodgers snapped into late-season form at Dodger Stadium tonight, taking down the Colorado Rockies 7-2 in a game dominated by power hitting, efficient pitching, and clutch performances from both stars and unsung heroes. For the Dodgers, this wasn't just a win. It was a statement game as they continued to battle for control of the NL West. From the first pitch, it was clear the Dodgers came ready to handle business, and the offense wasted no time setting the tone. In the second inning, Will Smith, returning from injury, doubled into the gap and later came around to score on a wild pitch, giving the Dodgers an early 1-0 lead. It was a simple run, but it set the tone for what became a relentless attack. Then came the fireworks in the third inning, with Shohei Ohtani reaching base ahead of him. Mookie Betts stepped up and crushed a 2-run home run deep into the left center seats off Rockies starter German Marquez. That blast, Betts' 28th of the season, extended the Dodgers' lead to 3-0 and ignited the Dodger Stadium crowd. Betts has been on fire lately, extending his on-base streak to 15 straight games, and his consistent production at the top of the lineup has been a spark for this offense. The power surge didn't stop there. In the fourth inning, Teoscar Hernández unloaded on a hanging slider from Marquez, smashing a towering solo home run that put the Dodgers up 4-0. That shot marked Hernandez's 79th RBI of the year, and the veteran outfielder wasn't done making noise. The Dodgers tacked on another run in the fifth inning when Shohei Ohtani, ever the clutch performer, came through with a sharp RBI single, driving home Andy Pages to make it 5-0 Dodgers. Ohtani, who reached base multiple times tonight, continues to be one of the most dangerous bats in the league, giving opposing pitchers fits every time he steps into the box. Meanwhile, Emmett Sheehan was on the mound and pitching like an ace. The Dodgers' young starter was untouchable early, retiring the first 15 Rockies hitters in order and carrying a perfect game into the sixth inning. Sheehan used a devastating fastball-slider combination to keep Colorado completely off balance, racking up 9 strikeouts over 7 innings while allowing just 3 hits and 1 run. He set the tone, worked efficiently, and gave the Dodgers exactly what they needed. The Rockies finally scratched across a run in the 6th inning on an RBI single from Tyler Freeman, trimming the deficit to 5-1, but that was as close as Colorado would get. Sheehan locked back in, finishing his night strong and earning every bit of applause from the Dodger faithful. By the 8th inning, the Dodgers slammed the door shut offensively. With 1 out, Freddie Freeman launched a solo home run deep to right field, his 27th of the season, extending the lead to 6-1. Moments later, Teoscar Hernández struck again, hammering his second homer of the night, this time off reliever Tyler Kinley, making it 7-1 Dodgers. It was Hernandez's 89th RBI on the year, putting him in elite company among the league's run producers. In the 9th inning, Rockies rookie Hunter Goodman provided a small bright spot for Colorado, launching his 30th home run of the season off Dodgers reliever Kirby Yates to make it 7-2, but by then the damage was done. The Dodgers bullpen, led by Alex Vesia and Yates, took care of business and secured the victory without drama. Star contributions: Teoscar Hernández, 3 for 4, 2 home runs, 85th RBI. The clear offensive spark plug, Mookie Betts, 2 for 4, 2-run home run, 2 runs scored, extending his 15-game on-base streak. Emmett Sheehan, 7 IP, 3H, 1 ER, 9 Ks, carried a perfect game into the 6th inning. Freddie Freeman, 2 for 4, solo home run, steadying presence in the lineup. Shohei Ohtani on base multiple times, clutch RBI single, constant pressure on the Rockies. Unsung heroes: Will Smith returned from injury, doubled, scored the first run, and managed Sheehan's dominant outing behind the plate. Andy Pages scored on Ohtani's RBI single and made a highlight reel running catch in left field. Dodgers defense, Chris Taylor and Pages both robbed extra base hits with outstanding outfield grabs, preserving Sheehan's early perfect bid. Momentum swings early lead. Will Smith's heads-up base running in the second gave LA a spark. Betts' bomb. Mookie's 2-run shot in the third broke the game open. Sheehan's dominance, perfect through 5, controlled every at-bat, crushed Colorado's early momentum. Back-to-back blasts. Freeman and Hernandez's homers in the 8th sealed the game and sent Dodger Stadium into a frenzy. Standings impact. With this win, the Dodgers improved to 81-64 and extend their lead over the San Diego Padres to 2 games in the NL West. This was LA's 3rd straight win, helping them build momentum as the playoff race heats up. For the Rockies, the loss drops them to 40-10, cementing their spot at the bottom of the division. Colorado has now dropped